Did you know that according to the CDC, over 54 million people in the US alone have arthritis, and about half of these people are limited in their activities as a result of this, and a further half of them suffer from chronic pain. Not a very pleasant thing. Although I was aware that many people suffer from achy joints, I've never experienced it personally until about over a year and a half ago. If you've been following my blogs, you will be aware that at the end of 2018, I found that I had a highly calcified aortic valve, which required me to have open heart surgery. Up until that time, I'd never been on any form of medication, and I still am not. But in the few weeks leading up to the surgery, I had to stop my cocktail of natural supplements, which consisted of our flagship product, 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗟𝗢𝗪 Men's Premium, our omega-3 QH Ultra, and a few others. Because I had complications post-surgery due to be given heparin during the surgery whilst they stopped my heart and deflated my lungs, I had to go on a couple of anti-clotting drugs and was unable to resume my normal supplement regime for 3 months after surgery. I knew that it was having an impact on my immune system, as I had not had a cold, flu, or any type of illness for the last almost 20 years. That immune issue was brought to the fore when I was in Malaysia about 2 months after the surgery, which was done in New Zealand. I picked up Shigella, which is a very severe food poisoning, when I was passing through Kuala Lumpur airport. I flew to Australia that day for a few days on my way back to New Zealand, and instead of being there for just 2 days on my way home, I ended up being there a week with 4 nights being spent in hospital in isolation. I travel a lot, and from time to time I do get exposed to food poisoning, but it is never a big deal. I may feel off colour for a few hours and maybe overnight, and then usually back to normal by the morning. There's a rationale for telling you this story. I knew that my immune system had been weakened as a result of not being able to resume my normal preventative supplement program, so it wasn't a great surprise. What was a surprise is that it affected me in another way as well. I started to develop some soreness in the forefinger of my right hand and also my middle finger. I remembered that not long before I started Extend Life many years ago that I had some soreness in these fingers, but it was only minor. And then a few months after we developed Total Balance, it went away and I didn't think any more about it. After my surgery, it was the first time in almost 20 years that I had not been taking my Total Balance for an extended period. And I was feeling it in lower energy, which was to be expected, and with developing pain in my 2 fingers. Anyway, after I was off the medication and resumed my normal supplement regime, not only did the pain not get worse, but it steadily subsided. But I thought that I would give it a bit of a hurry along, so I added one of our other supplements to my daily regime, which is New Zealand green-lipped mussel. In less than about 3 weeks, the pain and stiffness in the fingers had gone and they were all back to normal. I decided to have a look at the reviews of this product on our website and found that many customers have experienced the same thing as me. So the point of raising this today is that if you have joint discomfort, it is probably worth your while giving the green-lip mussel supplement a go. Just make sure you get the genuine New Zealand green-lip mussel. It is a native of New Zealand and was pioneered in New Zealand. We source it from friends of mine who have been in the business of harvesting them fresh at the right time of the year from their own farms and use their own processing plant. This is important because the conditions of the mussels can vary a lot depending upon when they are harvested, which in turn affects their efficacy. If you'd like to know more about it, I've put a link to a buyer's guide to green-lip mussels below. I would love to also hear from you if you're experiencing joint pain and what effect it has had on you. Talk again soon.